Hey, my bold and the beautiful fans, we got to talk about today's episode. Hope returns from her business trip to support her mom. Ridge walks out on Taylor to run to Brooke to set matters straight. Welcome back to CBS Soap Dish Recap, where we recap everything CBS Soaps, both the young and the restless, and the bold and the beautiful. This is your bold and the beautiful recap for November 30th. Happy birthday to my daughter who turned 25 today. And without any further ado, let's talk about what went down in LA today. So we start off over at Eric's house where Ridge tells Thomas to be quiet while he's trying to figure out what kind of man he's looking at.
Dad,
don't talk.
just trying to show you.
Just be quiet. Just be quiet while I'm trying to what kind of a man I'm looking at. What kind of a man calls child services on his own kid, interrogated, makes him lie just to break up my marriage. Of course you made him lie.
Stop! This is exactly right. It's right here. Ridge, I am so sorry that you found out about this the way that you did. I should have tell you, and I didn't. I got scared because of this. It's our wedding day. I didn't want it. You said the CPS call had nothing to do with us getting married. But does it?
Now, Steffi and Thomas is encouraging him to marry their mom. Steffi even asked that he can decide if he's ready to go ahead. She just didn't want him to get married thanks to a lie. However, Taylor still wants to know.
Are we gonna be husband and wife?
Of course, Ridge is thinking, not saying anything with that stupid grin on his face, and he's smiling. Now, she knows that she should have told him, and she agreed with both of her kids about what today means. However, Taylor reminds him that he proposed and insisted it had nothing to do with Brooke.
I should have told you. Of course, I should have. Upstairs, I was 5 minutes away from walking down the aisle to marry the love of my life. And Steffi was urging me to just tell you the truth, and Thomas was reminding me that what he did to Brooke and us getting married were completely unrelated, and I agreed with both of them. But husband, and you told me you wanted to be with me for the rest of your life, and it had nothing to do with anything that Brooke had done. So I wanted to believe that this news about Brooke would not stop us from getting married. But does it? Is what Thomas did going to end everything?
You're a psychiatrist, right? Know that our son needs some serious help. What he did was sick and twisted.
I did, so you two could have a future together without Brooke clawing her way back in.
You are a sick, delusional child who has lost all grasp on reality. You've done this before, you're not going to do it again, not to the people I love. There are consequences. I'm going to talk to Dad about you placing the company in the first one.
Take me out of the company now? Was family next?
I gave you life, I gave you love, I gave you support, and you took it all. Is there much you could possibly take from me? I was so proud of you. It makes me sick to look at you.
I knew we would deal with this. I knew that we would deal with this as a family. And from my perspective, it was going to be as husband and wife. My God, Rich. I love you so much.
I love you too. I'm gonna set this straight.
Again, he avoids responsibility in any of this because he has a part in this. But he walks away from Taylor, and Steffi hugs her sobbing mom, tells her how sorry she is. And Thomas doesn't know how his sister could have done this. She repeats that it was wrong and apologizes to her mom. And Taylor wonders how Ridge is going to set this straight. It's also interesting to note that every time Taylor tries to get an answer to her question, when Thomas interrupts, it gives Ridge the way out, and he doesn't answer the question. And it sucks, but this is where we are, unfortunately for Taylor.
He's gotta set it straight.
So while Taylor sits heartbroken after Ridge walked out, Hope surprises her mom by showing up at her place after cutting her whole business trip short. And there was no way she was going to let her mom go through this day all by herself. And the thing is, I was wondering where Hope was, but obviously they gave Annika some time off. However, they hug. Hope asks how she's coping. Brooke sighs, saying that, no, I'm not going to drink. And Hope tells her that she will always be there for her. Now, Brooke is still confused about why all of this is happening. Well, you're not going to have to wait that much longer. Now, she's sure the ceremony is already over, not knowing why this is happening, particularly it's crushing. Now, Brooke just wants to be alone with her memories of Ridge, as they are the only pieces of him at this moment that are still hers. And once she's alone, she flashes back to this whole musical montage of her recent life with Ridge. And I don't know if you guys realize this, but Ridge and Brooke have been married 8 times. Now, Brooke has been married, fun fact, 18 times, but with Ridge, 8 times. And you wonder, after all of the talk of destiny, at some point you would think they would pull a Victor and a Nikki Newman, where they just stay together and carry out the rest of their lives so we can move on to another storyline. However, her whole montage is interrupted when there's a knock at the door. And it's no other than Ridge Forrester. And he asks to come in.
Ridge, what are you doing here?
May I come in? Please.
Why are you here? It's your wedding day.
Yeah. I learned something today that I think you need to know. I should have had more faith in you.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember Child Services came to my dad's house to check on Douglas?
Yes?
And I asked to call him and you said no. And I didn't believe you.
Ridge, I said that I would call Child Protective Services on Thomas if I had to, but I certainly wouldn't alert the authorities without checking with you first.
I wanted to know I was certain it was you.
How could you even think?
Because I heard your voice. I heard what I thought was your voice. I know this guy who works with Child Services, and I asked him to give me a copy of the call, and he did, and I listened to it, and it was you. You even said your name.
It wasn't me. I didn't make that call.
I know it wasn't you. I know that now. It was Thomas. He called the authorities on himself.
Why would he do something like that?
He set you up to break us up, to make sure I don't fight for my marriage anymore. He used this app on this kid's phone that can change your voice, and that is my wonderful boy. Wonderful boy, that's what he did. And he always told me that he was in trouble, he needed help, and I didn't believe that, but I did in turn believe that you would do something that I knew in my heart of hearts you would never do. And I'm sorry. I am more sorry than I can say.
Ridge, this conversation actually could have took place about 2 months ago at the end of September, but I guess we wouldn't have had 2 months of drama. But it was interesting what Sheila had to say about Miss Brooke Logan.
Poor Brooke. I wonder how she's going to rebound. Is she going to ruin a happy home, or maybe sleep with somebody else's husband, because the sky's the limit for that one?
Hey, you gotta admit, that was a little bit funny. I know, at least to me. So we're over at Deacon's place, and he's unsettled as Sheila delights in Brooke's misery. It's like Christmas morning for her. Now she straddles his lap, she's chuckling, making fun of Brooke's heartache. Isn't an idea of foreplay for Deacon. Now, Sheila says it gives her something to do in his incredibly lavish bachelor pad. Now, he reminds her that, you know what, you belong in prison. And he doesn't plan on getting locked up thanks to her slipping out when she feels cooped up. She doesn't need these constant reminders, according to her. And if he wants to play warden, maybe he needs to get out the handcuffs. Now, he's being serious, though. And he knows being stuck in there sucks, but it's better than prison. And Deacon reminds her she didn't need to come back to L.A. And Finn or his family will never forgive her. Okay, so there you have it, your bold and the beautiful recap for Wednesday, November 30th, 2022. And again, happy 25th birthday to my wonderful daughter. And until the next video, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you soon. Bye.